Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the 31 Days of Halloween, where I post a new tutorial every day in October. For today's tutorial, I have this like Frankenstein's wife inspired look. It's not really traditional, and that's kind of what I was going for. So basically I'm going to first start off by painting my whole face and shoulders in a white and green mixed face paint. It probably is really hard to see the green, but it is slightly tinted green. I wanted it to be more white than green because otherwise that'd be glowing, and I don't want to be glowing green. So now I am just going over my eyes. Now taking my favorite Essence 2-in-1 Kohl liner and putting this all over my lid. And I know that I use a lot of the same techniques in a lot of these Halloween tutorials, but I mean, when you do 31 tutorials, there are going to be similarities, so don't hate me. Just don't hate me, you know? Anyway, just using my finger to smudge that out and then blending it out with a fluffy blending brush. Now I'm packing on the shade Enchanted Forest by Makeup Geek. It's this dark green shade. And I'm putting this all over my lid and blending upwards. Now I'm taking the shade High Tea by Makeup Geek and going along the edges of the black to make it a little bit softer and not so harsh. Now I am just going in and filling in my brows with my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe, but I go over it with that Enchanted Forest dark green shade, and that's what I'm doing right now. And as you can see, it darkens things up. That's kind of a trick for your eyebrows. If you don't have the right eyebrow pencil color, you can always just go over the top of it with a dark eyeshadow. So now I am just finishing filling those in and then going underneath my eyes and filling in my waterline with that Kohl liner and then smudging it all out. Now I'm taking Enchanted Forest on this little dome brush and really smoking out this eye, smudging it. It doesn't have to look perfect. I actually really want it to like be pulled down a lot further than it usually would be. Now I'm taking the shades Take Two and Shimma Shimma by Makeup Geek, popping that on my brow bone, and then going underneath my eye with that little shader brush and pulling that shadow down almost to kind of create like a dark circle, like I'm dead. See what I mean? Now I am just popping on some mascara. Putting on my Lash Boss lashes in Jackie. Yes, I use these constantly. It's because they're perfect for smoky eyes, and I do a lot of those, so that's why I use them. Duh. Now I am just filling in the sides of my face. I want to create the illusion that my face is like thinner and more boxy than it actually is. So I'm filling in the sides of my face and then going over the top of that black body paint with black eyeshadow to really make it dark. And the hardest part about this look is this part, making them both even and in the place that you want them. So I would definitely recommend taking your time and just kind of building up. And yeah, so I'm just kind of blocking out my ears so you guys can kind of see a little bit better what I'm trying to do. Now I am just going ahead and starting to shade the cheekbones. I want it to curve like a kind of an S shape. And before I go in my cheekbones and really carve them out, I'm going underneath my jawbone. This just kind of helped to balance everything. I felt like my jaw looked really bare, so going under with just a little bit of black body paint and then going underneath my chin to make sure no green white body paint shows underneath that. Now I'm starting to really chisel out the cheeks, and this is where it starts to kind of come alive and look like my cheekbone is like popping out of my face, which is so cool. And basically just making this S shape. If you guys can see it, it's just kind of like a really loose S shape. And yeah, that's all you have to do. You just kind of build up. I would definitely go start like a little bit softer and then go like darker and darker. And you know, you want to be darkest right where the cheek and the black meet. That's where it should be the darkest. Now I'm just taking a little bit of the paint and like erasing, I guess, part of that line. I didn't like it, so I fixed it. Then taking a black body paint and going up on top. And I was shading that with Enchanted Forest, which is that dark green shade. Sorry, I forgot to say that. Now I'm just filling in the sides of my shoulders and my neck. I kind of wanted to create like a new neck for this. I do wish now, looking back, that I would have shaded it a little bit more. It looks a little bit two-dimensional, but that also kind of looks cool. So, I don't know. Up to you guys. I would say that if you want it to look more three-dimensional, you should shade around the shoulders and the neck around the outskirts. Now I'm taking my Makeup Forever Flash palette and popping that on the high points of my cheekbones. I'm using the white shade to really highlight and make my cheekbones like look like they're standing out. And now I'm going in and contouring my nose. Since this is such a contoured, like high contrast look, it's really kind of necessary to contour your nose. You don't want to forget about it because it looks kind of funny just floating there in the middle of your face, and it's not contoured when everything else is. Also, I would traditionally contour my forehead, but the wig that I wear has bangs, and so you won't see my forehead. But if you are going to be able to see your forehead, I would definitely recommend contouring up above near your forehead. Near your hairline is what I meant. I'm now just popping on my liquid lipstick from Stila in Fiery. Now I'm just taking a little bit of blush from Makeup Geek. This one's called Puppy Love. Just a little bit. Honestly, I forgot that I had that Makeup Forever Flash palette there, so it kind of got a little smudgy, but I like it still. It's okay. Things happen, you know? Now I'm just creating the stitches on her neck. Basically just drew a line with what was left on one of my shader brushes lightly, and now I'm drawing in the stitches with white body paint and kind of alternating, you know, an X with just a one stitch and making them kind of curved so they look like they're coming off the skin, and basically just shading the ends of each stitch. I learned this technique from Made You Look. She is amazing. If you don't know who she is and you like Halloween tutorials, you better go check her out because you are 100% missing out. So she taught me, I mean not personally, but on the internet, she taught me how to do this stitch technique, and it works really well. It's a little bit hard to see, but basically you just shade the ends with gray eyeshadow or whatever color eyeshadow you want, and then you go in with a black eyeliner, for example, and do all the little dots where it would be going into your skin, and it works out pretty well. And that's it for today's look, you guys. I really hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see the rest of the 31 days of Halloween. We're almost halfway through the month. I cannot believe it. I will see you guys tomorrow.